Hey guys, welcome back to the Bat Cave. Um, Today I kind of want to touch back on a previous video that I made about being passive aggressive. So, one of the reasons why I am passive aggressive is because I don't have the verbal skills to get my point across normally. I have what you call middle child syndrome. So growing up, I had an older sister and a younger sister. And because of that, I always felt like when I wanted or needed certain attention, my parents were more focused on one sibling or the other. And so I always felt like I took a back seat to them, even though if I had a conversation with my parents today, they would definitely say that's not the case. But because of that feeling like I always took a back seat to my sisters, I never really developed the verbal skills that most people have. Like, for instance, when I was 12 years old, I really wanted to get my cartilage pierced. Now, for many people who have it done, they know that most places like a Claire's or Piercing Pagoda or what have you, they won't do it until you're 13. Now, because I am more of an emotional person, when I am frustrated or I feel passionately about a certain topic, I more than likely will become upset. And we all know those people who, in their frustration, they cry. I'm one of those. And so to get my mom to agree to take me to get it done, I actually wrote her a 2-page persuasive paper on why she should let me get it done. And right before I turned 13, my mom took me, changed my birth year, and I got my cartilage pierced. But even 16 years later, I still don't have those skills. I mean, I just never developed them. And now with technology, there's a good chance that you're gonna get a message from a friend and it's gonna get misconstrued. I mean, because I never got my verbal skills developed, I developed really well writing skills. I mean, I journaled. I still journal. And it makes me punctuate things that the average person wouldn't. Even when I get messages and I send one-word responses, I still put a period at the end. And apparently, when you do that, when you punctuate a one-word response, it comes off as aggressive when I'm not trying to be aggressive. And that's really frustrating for a lot of people when you have to decipher that. I mean, I'm working on this skill, don't get me wrong, but I still have the whole festering and bottling things up inside and skills that I never really worked on growing up. And so there are times where issues come up, and if I don't tackle them as soon as it happens, I let it fester. And if I don't let it fester, then I confide in someone who will act as a mediator. Because there are times where I say things and my passive aggressive comes out and I sound like a bitch. I mean, fuck. Resting bitch face, aggressive tone. Like, if it's something serious, it's gonna come out super aggressive. And when I write things down, it comes off really passive aggressive. Because I can write it one way and they could read it another. And that lapse is really bad. I mean, I know other people out there suffer from the same issues that I do. I mean, even my son doesn't have verbal skills for other reasons. And one of the things that really sticks in my mind when it comes to this whole passive aggressive and not nonverbal communication skills and things like that is an old Japanese ideology, and that is that we have three faces. The one that you show your friends and family, the one that you show the world, and the one that is your real face. So there have been times where I look happy and it doesn't look like anything's wrong, but underneath it all, there's something festering. And my passive aggressiveness and the fact that I don't have verbal skills make it impossible for me to get that across in a non-threatening tone. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that I have to work on. Goals for 30 maybe. But let me know. Because I know other people have this issue. A lot of times it comes with other nonverbal skills like body language and tone of voice. Yes, I'm pasty, but my last name is Italian, just as I am. And there are times where my hands are up here and I'm all in your face. And I keep the camera close so you can't see my arms waving around like a crazy person. I mean, that also gives you context. So, something that we just don't get when you can't see somebody face to face. So, I guess that's something to work on. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye from the Bat Cave.